Welcome to the Levels tutorial. The Levels dialog is found on the Image Adjustments submenu. You can also use Ctrl-L to open it with keystrokes. The histogram is a graph. It shows us the number of pixels at each brightness level. Working from left to right, we have dark pixels on the left and bright pixels on the right. Interpreting this as a graph, we can see that there is a large peak here, showing that there are a lot of dark pixels in the image. And if we look at the image, that's exactly what we see, a lot of dark pixels. Now this gap over here on the left is interesting. It represents the dark zone, the noisy parts of the image. We are going to use the black point to eliminate the dark zone. We do it by moving the black point slider to where it is just to the left of the peak. Notice what happens in the image. It gets dark. That happens because we have now made all those noisy dark zone pixels black. Sometimes you also need to make a white point adjustment. That is not the case here. Notice that there is a thin black line along the bottom. It shows that there are legitimate data points all the way out to the right edge of the histogram. Let's look for a moment at the Input Levels section of the Levels dialog. The input level when we started was 0, but now it's 18. That happened when we moved the black point slider. The input level for the white point is over here, and it is still at 255. The actual data in the image runs from 0 to 65,535 brightness levels. The Levels dialog shows only 256 brightness levels, 0 to 255. It is showing us display brightness levels. When the change is complete, click OK to save your work. Let's look at another image. It is obviously darker than the first example. Let's look at the Levels dialog to see what the histogram for this image looks like. First of all, we can see that the peak is compressed at the left edge. This tells us that we are working with a shorter exposure. It is not as bright as the first example. If we look at the right edge, near the white point, you can see that the data sputters to an end before the right edge, here, to the left of the white point slider. We want to lower the white point to here, where the data ends. There are no data values brighter than this brightness level. There is no point in using up display brightness levels where there is no data. No black point adjustment is required here. Click OK to save the change.